Good day to you. This is Franklin Frith, General Manager and Principal of Human Resources Mexico. You're receiving this communication because we have just sent you our complete proposal package. The proposal package is I would say, one of the first important steps in doing business with Human Resources Mexico. I want to just go through just a couple key points of the complete proposal package with you so that you're familiar with it when you open it up. We first of all send it in a PDF package, okay? The first page will give you a financial overview of what the total costs are. That way, the very first page, you can say yes, no, and you can put it down if you don't like it, or you continue reading. You don't have to waste time with us. The third page is a nice summary that you can review that basically will summarize what it is we're proposing. Was it a regional sales manager for Latin America, $85,000 a year with some extra benefits? Everything's going to be right here in this basic summary. The next section that'll be somewhat important for you is the outline of what services we provide, okay? Very important, so you have a good understanding of what mandated federal benefits that we handle, whether it be Social Security taxes and retirement fund and things like that, or whether it be a lot of the extra things that Human Resources Mexico offers. For example, company vehicles, office space, whether or not laptops, cell phones are needed, whether or not a Llave card, which is a toll road card that's good nationally, or how about a national gas card for people that need to be driving around and you want to be able to provide a tax-deductible means of providing the employees with gasoline. All these things are part of our services of Human Resources Mexico. Again, just to remind you, almost 10 years in business in Mexico. The next section that's worthy of making note in the proposal package is the actual breakdown of what is being proposed. The monthly or weekly salary, the semi-monthly salary, how many vacation days, what vacation bonus, Christmas bonus, because there's some federally mandated benefits. All of which are explained in detail in our proposal so that you're not left guessing or with the need of going to the internet to do some basic research on federally mandated benefits in Mexico. Another important section, obviously, is the final cost section based on the information that we're proposing. We use what's called a total cost markup factor. This total cost markup factor is applied to all gross taxable compensation. So that way you'll know for every $1,000 that you want to pay this employee what your cost will be without ever picking up the phone, without ever sending an email to Human Resources of Mexico to find out what your cost will be. You'll automatically know what your cost is. There is also a very, very good explanation of how all this is calculated here in Mexico so that we remove all doubt so you can do your due diligence and make a good decision on whether or not using our service to accomplish your goals and objectives in Mexico is the best choice for your company. Look, we're business people. We're professionals. We're not a sales organization. We understand that sometimes our model and our service that we offer is going to be a great match for somebody, and sometimes it's not. That's life. That's how it is. It's a big world. There's a lot of business. No hard feelings. Last but not least, we have a summary page, which basically will cover what the total cost markup factor is and some of the other key points that may apply to your situation. Whether or not we will invoice you in U.S. currency or Mexican currency, or give you the option of both. The most important thing besides the financial aspect of our proposal package are the mandatory requirements here in Mexico dealing with vacation bonus, Christmas bonus, and most of all dealing with termination of an employee. Unlike many areas in the United States where it's an at-will employment, in Mexico, there is no at-will employment. In fact, the Constitution of Mexico dictates that when an employee is terminated without cause, they're automatically entitled to a 90-day severance payout along with the other prorated mandatory benefits. Why is this? Is this some crazy amount of money? If you really look at it, no. First of all, in Mexico, there is no unemployment insurance. So unlike the United States and other countries, there is no safety net. So when you let an employee go in Mexico that's without cause, let's say, for example, if they don't commit a serious crime or put the health and welfare of their coworkers or their supervisors at risk, it has to be a very extreme situation for someone to be terminated with cause. But if someone's let go in Mexico, they have that 90-day cushion to find another job. It's actually quite reasonable. And actually, as an employer, having done business in the United States for many, many years, it's actually a better deal here because I don't have the risk of all these unknown potentials of litigation, like a hostile workforce and workplace environment where now I'm spending $20,000 on an attorney just to defend something that's a ludicrous, or other forms of lawsuits that can arise. Unless I'm extremely negligent here in Mexico, my maximum obligation is going to be the 90-day severance. It's actually a good deal. Now, once you review the proposal and you decide that you want to do business with Human Resources Mexico, the next step is the client enrollment. The client enrollment is going to consist of a couple very basic things. First of all, the client's going to sign off on our proposal. The other thing is we're going to provide you with a client service agreement. Our client service agreement is very basic, all right? It basically covers what we promise to do and that you promise to pay us to do it. Very simple. There's no show-stopping things in our client service agreement. Sometimes it may need to be tweaked based on your certain needs or circumstances, but maybe that may happen one time out of a year with us. It's a very straightforward agreement. Once the client service agreement is signed, please keep in mind that all communication between your company and our company, Human Resources Mexico, will be through our service portal, which is a private labeled Zendesk, okay? Let's just call it what it is. But it's a great system for us to make sure that I, as the general manager, and our managers here at Human Resources Mexico can keep track of all the open service cases with our clients, with our employees, with our vendors, and even government agencies. This way I can see how fast we're responding, what quality of response we're having, and what quality rating our clients and employees and our suppliers are giving us for our responses. Right now, I think we're at 100%, okay, 99 to 100%. Our satisfaction rating is outstanding, and it's because we take our business very seriously. And it's not only because we take our business very seriously, we take your business very seriously, because we understand that everything that we do here in Mexico in support of these employees for you has a direct impact on you, your reputation, and your bottom line. So once the client service agreement is executed and signed, our enrollment people will start the enrollment process with the employees. Okay, so that's a very important step to understand. Three things: proposal, client service agreement, enrollment. Very simple process. Doesn't take very long, and it's going to be important to understand also that if you're going to have expense reimbursements, for example, or other needs, that we address the mechanisms of these, how this has to be handled here in Mexico, because things in Mexico are a lot different from a financial compliance standpoint. What's tax deductible and what is not tax deductible, how it's handled. There's all kinds of crazy regulations and compliance that we have to deal with that simply does not exist in the United States and other countries. Mexico is a great place to do business, don't get me wrong, but the noose is around the neck of the taxpayers. I can tell you that much. There's no wiggle room. So we have to do everything, dot our I's, cross our T's, to make sure that everything is handled in accordance with the laws, and to make sure that you and the employees aren't put in any type of risk for future liabilities or anything like that. So with that said, we're going to take this time to introduce you to the administrative department, the finance department, and the payroll and human resources department, so that you see a face with a name and a job title. Why don't we go do that right now? We have Myra Muro, the executive assistant, Liliana Bourbon, which is in charge of the coordination and projects for employees and the company. Lulu Hernandez, she is the executive assistant to the general manager and coordinator, which is myself. Elisa Jaime, administrative assistant. Nancy Caro, which is our director of development of services and products. Nancy Cava. Let's go to finance.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going into the finance department, so we can introduce the people from our finance department. We have a tremendous team in the finance department. We have Diana Villalba, the auditor for invoicing, Gloria Serrano, the accounting assistant and for reimbursement, Mariela Gonzalez, she's also the finance and accounting assistant, Mara Ramirez, she's the also accounting assistant, Lulu Hernandez, our supervisor of finance and accounting, Lulu Hernandez, and last but not least, Ivan Villalobos, which is our manager, our finance manager here in our finance department. Okay, let's go into the human resource and payroll department. Catherine Garcia, she's our human resources assistant. Laura Iribe, she is also our payroll assistant. Myra Loaiza, she is also our payroll and human resources assistant. Isabel is our supervisor of payroll and human resources. Marisol Perez, which is our manager of human resources and payroll. Let's go over to the filing area and meet Zuleika. Zuleika Andrade, she handles our document filing, whether it be electronic or physical document handling. This is our HR team in Human Resources Mexico. We definitely look forward to doing business with you. Thank you very much.